Nigeria will never become an Islamic state.
They can turn Nigeria to an Islamic nation. It can never happen.
There was a time in Nigeria when Christians and Muslims were living together in harmony.
Ahmad Bola Tinubu wanda ya daga tutar siyasarsu.
Welcome back. Hello everyone. The video that you are watching right there is that of Sheikh Yahya Jinga, a fellow in the north of Nigeria that many will call extremist. He said this. Let me translate. Here, I urge you to prepare your votes. Let us show the world that the infidels are lying, that they outnumber us. Show the infidels their limit. Nigeria is a Muslim country, and if you don't want to accept a Muslim ticket, you should leave Nigeria because it belongs to us. If not, because of the Muslim ticket, the Christians in Nigeria will think they are more than us. This is why we must make sure the Muslim ticket continues to succeed so that our dominance will remain sustained. A lot of people have reacted to this video, and in fact, calls and messages of deep concern from both Christians and Muslims over the weekend of Sheikh Yahya Jinga at a Kano event were made public. Well, let us listen to Adeboye Oyedepo, Ibiyomi, and of course what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said in the past, somehow seeking for ways to assuage Nigerians who were upset about Muslim ticket. Let us find out, what has this cost? What is it going to cost?
They can turn Nigeria to an Islamic nation. It can never happen. Now hear me as a prophet. It will never happen. All this agenda is to make Nigeria an Islamic nation. Let me tell you today. That's the agenda. It can never happen. Are you telling me that Igbo man will be an Islam, Muslim? Or Sasa will be Muslims? Who better, if you try it, will get out. Are you telling me Igbo man now will become a Muslim? You force him to be a Muslim? Or you force a Sasa man to be a Muslim? That is the agenda. Hear me, I'm a man of God. That's the agenda. Don't think it's all this kidnapping banditry. It's the agenda. If army want to wipe them off, they wipe them off in one day. And they have the power to do it. How can you bring Turkish people to come and Turkey, that was a Christian nation that taught Islam. You bring army from Turkey to come and protect Nigeria. Thank you. We are not stupid, we know it. But let me hear it. I'm one of those who speak. It can never happen. It's not even if after we are gone, it will never. Nigeria will never be an Islamic nation. If they want it, they can take their part and go. But this country will never be run by Islam. As we are living peacefully, they better leave it to. If anybody wants to make it, he can take his own, all those their states and go. But to say that he will impose Islam on us, that is madness of the highest order. And that is the agenda. But I can tell you, it will never happen. Not in my lifetime, even after my lifetime. In the name of Jesus. It will never. Social media, if you like, carry it, but don't misquote me. Don't misquote me. Nigeria will never be an Islamic nation. That's what I said, and don't misquote me. Say it as I say it. Please, everybody worship your God, but don't impose your religion on us. We have never imposed our own on you. Say it as I put it. If you twist what I said, you'll be cursed.
Nigeria will never become an Islamic state. Never, never, never. The battle is raging. Islamic jihadists are roaring. Amekoka prodianota. But we belong to a higher realm of authority. Zebu Kitenao. Epla Koradita. Zazuzianoka. 5 people shot dead in church last week. 35 abductees can't tell where they are. And they are demanding 100 million from a village setting. Amoki Katoga
parotikeneto, every perpetrator of these killings and their sponsors come under a curse today.
The way you pray for forgiveness is the way we pray for forgiveness in the Holy Quran. The day my wife was ordained a pastor, I was there. Pastor Adeboye gave me Abraham. I said, what's the meaning? He said, watch out, the father of nations.
There was a time in Nigeria when Christians and Muslims were living together in harmony. Is that correct? In my family, my elder sister was married to a Muslim. My father was a Christian, my mother was a Christian, but one of my sisters was married to a Muslim. The name in Yoruba, I don't know how they call it in the real Muslim something. His name was Adiatu. And so in my family, up to today, I have cousins whose name is Rasak. I have people who call Musili, whatever they call it, in the correct or something, and so on and so forth. And we live together in peace. We live together in harmony. When it was Christmas, we do it together. When it's Ileya, I had an uncle who loved me very well. And I tell you, anytime it was fasting time, I fasted. Not like him. I fasted in that I didn't eat dinner. I waited for him to go to the mosque and return. Because I know when he returns, oh God, the goody. My own fast began when it was almost breaking time. And I'm telling you, that man loved me like nobody else, even though my name is Enoch. He will wake me up in the night when they are finished preparing pounded yam, and we ate sari together. That didn't stop me from breakfast when going to school. There was peace, there was harmony, there was no quarrel. Till some crazy people just decided to introduce religion into politics. That's when everything went wrong.
Now, aside the rhetorics of this sheikh, which to a lot of people is not something that is new, this is how Islam and its foundation, of course, let me put it this way, the foundation of Islam operates this way. There is one thing that is worse and saddened a lot of people. It is to see governor of Kano State cheering him on and celebrating it. According to Femi Fani Kayode, he said he will not keep quiet and watch faith being dragged all over the floor because of politics. Matters of faith and salvation are far more important than anything we see or get in this world. Politics and earthly power come and go, but faith and the afterlife is eternal. This divisive rhetoric has to stop. And we should stop playing with fire. You do not talk like that in a country with over 120 million Christians and over 120 million Muslims all living in the same space. If you insist on doing so, you are looking for trouble and stoking a cataclysmic crisis which nobody wants, which will consume everybody. And this must be avoided at all costs. This is especially so when we are already being falsely accused of Christian genocide and of harboring an agenda to Islamize Nigeria, Islamize the country, and do away with all Christians by some Americans. Jinga is not only feeding into that false narrative with his reckless words, but is also endangering the chances of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and, of course, his VP, Shetima, from being re-elected or voted for. What he has done is to give the opposition something to hold on to. And this definitely will be horned upon. It will be used. Peter Obi, if he is smart, he definitely will horn on this and press the button. Unless this sheikh comes to apologize and say, no, that's not what I meant, which of course is useless. He said it, and that's the exact thing that he meant. This is how Islam operates. When Muslims are about 10, 5, they mean no harm. Once they multiply, they become a menace. That's what a lot of people have said. Jinga does not represent Nigeria. Not at all. He must be called to order, and if he insists on delving into politics, he should do so with decency, restraint, respect to all, and decorum must be observed. Religion cannot be in politics, some will say, but you cannot separate religion and politics. If you choose to hurt the feelings of others, denigrate their beliefs, insult their faith, and treat their most sacred values and beliefs with such contempt and expect them to keep quiet, no, they won't. They won't even stand by you. Doesn't matter what your faith is, either you're a Christian or a Muslim, all religion must be respected. But unfortunately, from the look of things, Islam seems to be a religion of violence, aggression. This notion or idea of dominating, of forcing religion on others, claiming that they are slaves of Allah, and therefore Allah has instructed them to go into the world, dominate, oppress, and whoever it is that does not accept, unalive them or force them to pay you tax. And that tax is what the kidnapping thing, the banditry thing that Sheikh Gumi supports vehemently, saying that those boys are not terrorists, they are bandits. What they do is just to take children and collect money and release those children. It speaks with such grand craziness, insanity. The extremist rhetoric that Jinga indulge in is not only unhelpful but also unacceptable. Worst of all is the fact that what he has said is not true. It is highly provocative. One, he said that they need to show to the infidels, referring to Christians, that they are much more, and that Nigeria is already a Muslim country. It has been Islamized, and that it must continue so, Muslim ticket forever. Well, to Sheikh, whoever, whatever, know this and know peace. After all, you guys do advertise your religion as a religion of peace. One, Christians are not infidels. They are believers. Two, nobody's going anywhere because this country belongs to everyone. Three, the slippery slope that the sheikh has chosen to take is very dangerous and treacherous, and it must be avoided. If not, he himself and his families and followers will fall down that slope. 4, Nigeria is not a Muslim country. Neither is she a Christian country. 5, Nigeria is a secular and multi-religious state comprising of both Christians and Muslims in equal numbers, and that is our strength. Unfortunately, it has been allowed in the north, Sharia, which should not be. We should continue to practice secular laws and policies, conventional. 6, we are supporting a Muslim ticket for 2027 as it was done in 2023. It is not going to be so. It's not about Muslim. It's about performance, ability. sincerity of purpose, character. That's what is important. Yeah. Just as a Muslim ticket could fly, and it did fly 2023, the same applies to Christian ticket. And no one dares stop it. 9, or let's say 8. We must leave religion out of politics. Consider issues, policies, and personalities instead. Sheikh Jinga does not represent or reflect the thinking of the majority of Nigerian Muslims, but only a tiny minority of extremists like himself. Sheikh Jinga has done immense damage to Tinubu and Shetima. Apologize to the church, to Christians in Nigeria, on your knees, and I know you will not. But then, this will not be allowed to slide.